Hello, Scorpio. My intention is for this to be a money reading, although sometimes Spirit leads it in a different direction, but we will start off with that being our intention. So let's find out what message Spirit has for you regarding money. Now, this could be, at this point, money somebody owes you, money you get from work, money you get from non-work sources. At this point, I don't know. Let's find out. What does Spirit want to tell you about your money? Okay, this card came out face down, which lately for me can mean a block, resistance, or maybe something you don't see coming. So this might be you having a writer's block or a block when it comes to your creativity. This says quill, contact, writing, beauty. So what I'm getting off the top of my head is potentially some kind of writer's block. There's the quill, the old-fashioned way of writing with the ink. So there could be something about an old-fashioned way of doing something, or like literally writing in like a journal. So maybe you are somebody who, maybe you write a story or poems or something like that, and you write it in kind of an old-fashioned way, meaning not on your phone, physically writing it out. Maybe you write poetry with the word beauty here. So I feel like there's a block for you. I feel like what you can do to bring in good luck is to do shadow work. They might even be, like, let's say your money situation is not writing or poetry. They might actually be suggesting that you do shadow work by journaling, because this black cat is coming out. And for me, black cats mean shadow work. It can also mean protection. The words on this card are luck, support, and magic. But the two of these together with the writing and the black cat, meaning shadow work, makes me think of journaling to do shadow work. So if you have a block with money, other than having to do with literally like making money by writing or poetry, then definitely for you, they might be suggesting to get luck, write down your concerns, do your shadow work in a journal, like literally writing it down. There could also be something about, like, if you manifest, writing it down as well. Okay. Whenever I start off a reading, I don't know as much as once we get going into the reading, then I really can see what's going on. So it'll become more clear. So hang in there with me. Look, these cards want to come out, but they're not coming out. So when cards stay in the deck, it could mean something in the future, but also, again, if they're wanting to come out but then going back in, it's like something wanting to come towards you, some kind of good luck wanting to come towards you, but then there's like a block. So we'll take these two out of this. And you see why I want to take it? Look at this. Luck. The black cat, the first word is luck. So there's a synchronicity. There's a confirmation for you. In order to get your luck to come in, you might need to get out of your comfort zone, is one of the messages I'm taking from this, but there's another one. They might also be telling you to create a comfortable space, to be a sanctuary for yourself. Maybe if you do write, if you write poetry or stories, create a comfortable space that is a sanctuary to do the writing. I'm almost getting a couple different messages, so there could be different things that different people need to hear. So you're going to need to use your intuition to know what is for you out of this message. But in order to bring this good luck in, like I said, for some of you, it's to do shadow work and write in a journal. To give, it says support here, so it's like being your own counselor, to give yourself your own support. But also, I feel like this could also be to create magic, writing it down. Law of attraction. You might even have a spirit animal wanting to help bring you luck. Potentially a black cat. Let me know in the comments section what, if anything, that I've said resonates with you, if it does. But definitely, I mean, huge right here. We got luck right here, luck right there. So then there's a 4-leaf clover and it's painted gold. So there might be something regarding that. It's interesting because the eyes they're yellow, but they're kind of a greenish yellow. There's green over here. It says, good luck is coming your way. Job success, unexpected money, and signs of abundance. But like I said, it was like they wanted to come out of the deck, but they went back in. So there's definitely a block to this luck right now for you. Or again, you might have writer's block. That word says contact on the bottom here. So you might even be like there's a block to somebody giving you an opportunity, contacting you. Even these they're satin sheets, but like golden. It's just kind of part of how the deck is, yes, but when I choose decks, I choose them with channeling in mind. I channel them. So the card literally says, invest in creating a comfortable space. Home is your sanctuary. Abundance begins in your daily life. So I felt I had two different messages. And again, for you, it could be both. But it could be, for some of you, in order to create luck, you might have to get out of your comfort zone. For others of you, you might need to create a special space for manifesting or a special space for writing or doing whatever this work is. There might even be a special space needed to manifest. Did I say that already? Manifesting? Because we have magic. Yeah, I think I just said that. It could be to clean up your space even. So for some of you, it's to get out of your comfort zone. For others of you, it's actually to create a comfortable space. Could even be to create a space that's magical. So to create a space to bring in this luck, to create an altar, a space to do spell work if you are into magic. If you're somebody that's here that thinks you've been told that magic is bad, it's not. Yes, there are people out there that can use magic for bad things, but there's a lot of people that use it for good things. Benevolent things, good things. My opinion is that everybody can create magic. If you start to learn about law of attraction, they'll tell you words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. So everybody is casting spells with every thought, with every word. And when you actually get into this topic, kind of start to study it, experience it, you realize that's true. At least I have. The difference between somebody who calls themselves a witch or somebody who does magic is that there's somebody who takes the time to maybe use tools. Like this is a wand, actually has money in it. It's to take your intent and help you channel that intent, focus that intent. It can amplify your intent, your words, by focusing that intent. So when you learn about law of attraction, you're sending your intent into the world, whether you are trying to or not. When you think a thought and speak a word, you are doing that. So people that learn law of attraction and work with it, or that learn magic and work with it, they're just learning about it, putting their energy into it, using tools to help amplify it or funnel it, direct it. That's the only difference. Now, again, there are people that will call on deities that are low vibrational, they'll do black magic, dark magic, things like that. I'm not condoning that. If I were to use a label witch, which I do, I'm a white witch. I'm all love and light. If I do any kind of magic nowadays, I just do like manifesting because I'm a lazy witch. I do like the tools. I think they're fun to have. If you're new at it, you might use the tools to help you make your magic stronger. But at some point you realize that you are the magic. You don't need the tools. Tools are just helpful. So anyway, for some reason feel the need to explain that, there's somebody out there that's going to watch this video that maybe that's going to help them understand. The reason why it was so demonized is because personally, I think, you know, back in the day, there were people in leadership that did not want people to use their magic. So they just kind of like twisted it and demonized it. They stole a lot of things from the pagan religion and they twisted it. And it stuck. And here we are today. It's still, so many people have been told it's bad, but don't even realize you're casting spells with every thought, especially if you are wishing harm on somebody. You're casting a curse on that person. It's probably more powerful if you know, literally are doing it with intention. So getting the tool out, getting the altar out, and actually doing a spell is more intention. There's more energy put into it than if you just think something bad, but it's still a spell. If you wish something good for somebody, it's still a spell. So I hope that if there's anybody that comes along that is new to the subject, never really given it much thought. I'm not judging, because at one point I had this witchy side, but I never really gave it much thought. But I've learned a lot over the years. So anyway, so that's what this could be too. Also with the comfort zone, could be creating a comfortable space to meditate, to write your manifestations. Yeah, that's probably what it is with quill writing, black cat magic, luck, and comfort, creating a comfortable space. They could be even telling you, very much so, if none of the other stuff I said resonates with you, they could literally be saying, create a space that's all for that. Keep it clean. You know, maybe you have things in that altar, crystals, things that can help with that manifestation. Writing down the spell or manifestation, because we do have magic here. So it could be spell, it could be manifestation to bring in luck. But like I said, these came kind of blocked. So there is a block. Maybe this is what will help you, creating a specific space for it, clean space, a comfortable space. This does say abundance begins in daily life. Your home is your sanctuary, and invest in creating a comfortable space. So like I said, it does bring me to think about how people say when your house is messy, or if you have dirty dishes, there's apparently a witch tip. If you have dirty dishes, it can block a spell. It can bring in bad luck. I am not one to talk because my house is messy. I need to clean my house up, but it's making me think of like feng shui, like, you know, organizing your house in such a way that it brings in the good luck. So if you're having bad luck regarding money, or you feel like you are, write things down. Do your shadow work, do your journaling. Manifest writing down, and also create a sacred space for the magic, for the manifesting. Put your intention into it is what I'm getting here. With like writing it down, creating a space. Like be intentional. If you need luck with money, maybe you're somebody who doesn't do magic. Consider learning about magic, learning about law of attraction. I wouldn't consider doing spell work or manifesting intentionally until you've learned about it. What else can you do to increase your luck or your manifestation? This is a deck for manifesting. So what else can you do energy-wise? Okay, so manifesting. Sitting down in this safe space and writing down or visualizing, you already having what you want. You already being the person that this person would be. Also work on how you feel about you being that person, feeling deserving of it. You are deserving. This is probably, this most likely is a work opportunity. It says achieving your dream. I guess just getting money handed to you could also be somebody's dream. Yeah, look, creating reality, and he's writing it down. And we have perspective on the bottom. which I said, meditating, finding this safe space daily habits on the bottom too. We have the next step, and this also says daily habits, daily steps towards your dreams. So I feel like generally speaking, the message is create this safe space, or if you already have it created, make sure you're taking time daily to sit in it to meditate, to sit in it to write down your goals, taking daily, taking time daily to sit in this comfortable space, meditate, and write things down, whether that be writing down your goals, doing the shadow work, or literally writing manifestations or spells. Now look, write it down on the bottom. Oh my God, write it down on the bottom. So meditating on what you want to write down. So if you have ideas, write them down. There's definitely a lot here about writing it down. And I've talked about this before, how I've learned in life that it's actually really helpful to write things down. There was a therapist online who says, like, if you're worried about something, your mind, if you don't think about it and process it and deal with it, it can come up in dreams, it can come up in anxiety in the next day. So she talks about how speaking about it's good. But for some reason, there's something about writing things down that helps your brain process it better. So as far as shadow work, writing it down, creating a journal is helpful. Yes, meditating is helpful too, but there's definitely something big about writing it down. I also when I was in college, they were like, when you take notes, your brain remembers it better to write it down. They also talk about manifestation, law of attraction, that writing it down is more powerful. Well, probably because of what I just said. It helps your brain process it better, remember it better, apparently probably to accept it as the truth. That this is the version of you that exists. So that is your message so far is, and I'm going to go into a VIP bonus extended on this to get more helpful advice for you, or maybe to find out what this is. We really haven't even tapped into what this is as far as, is this free money? Is this money owed to you? Is this a new career opportunity? But I'm at the point where my time is up for the main part of the reading. I want to go into a VIP bonus extended right now, where we will find out that information. But if you're just at this point, your advice again is make that comfortable space, write down things as far as shadow work goes, write down things you need to do, the things you need to do, like break down your dream into daily actionable steps, write that down like a to-do list. Write down your manifestations in this comfortable space. So use this comfortable space for all of the above, writing down spells, writing down manifestations. It's going to help you bring in good luck. But right now the luck is blocked, and these are things you can do to help unblock that luck. This card, write it down, says, the universe has received your order. So once you do write down your manifestations, try to go about the situations knowing that it's yours. That the order is on its way. Instead of worrying about it all day. Because worrying about it creates resistance. Thinking about it, clinging to it creates resistance. I mean, it's okay to think about it as far as taking the time to manifest daily, but if you go through your whole entire day worrying, feeling like you don't have it, that's what creates resistance. It says writing brings it into physical form. So again, creating your reality, living your best life by design. You have amazing experiences, freedom, lifestyle, infinite potential. They're saying this is what you have. So write down what your dreams are. Create this space, write it down, take time every day, a little bit of time every day to meditate on it. When you do write it down, keep writing it down daily, keep thinking about it, fantasizing about it. but thinking about it as if it's already yours. So in that safe space. Everything I said. Like I said, for some of you, the advice might be one of the things I said. But there are some of you, it might be everything I said. So if your intuition just picks out one of the things, go for that. But it could also be all of the above. It is all good advice. Okay, so what I like to do when I do these longer readings by horoscope signs, I do like to perform a bonus extended for my VIP Patreon members. So if you want more advice to help out your luck, your money luck, go watch it. I don't know exactly what's going to come out, but it's always good stuff. It's always very helpful. Obviously, the more spiritual guidance you get, it's tailored to you, the better off you're going to be able to bring in this good luck, the more advice you have from spirit. So if this showed up on your feed, that means that this advice is for you, but it is still a general collective reading. So yeah, you need to use your intuition to know for sure. If you do want to know more than that personally, are you sure this message is for you? You can get a personal on my website, www.bossasswitch1111.com. So both would be great, but for now, since you're already watching this reading, hey, go watch that bonus extended to find out more. I mean, if this showed up on your feed, it's for you, most likely. So go watch the bonus extended to get more information about your money and how to bring in good luck with your money besides what we've talked about. We'll get lots more information, maybe more specific details so that you'll know for sure if it's for you. I don't know. We're just going to get a lot of great information, or go get a personal, or both. All right. I'll see you in the next one.